Joining us now is retired General Wesley Clark, who served as NATO Supreme Allied Commander. General, great to have you with us. So do you think this truce will hold? I'm kind of struck by the sight of those civilians going back to the Beirut area waving Hezbollah flags.
Well, I think we've got a chance that this truce will hold for a little while anyway. Hezbollah is pretty well beaten up. They certainly didn't win this. Iran itself is in a very vulnerable position, and so it was unable to reinforce Hezbollah. In fact, its air defense has been stripped out by the last Israeli operation. And I think the way this looks is it's a repeat of 50 years of effort in South Lebanon, really going back to 1978 when the first Israeli incursion was made. The UN International Force in Lebanon, UNIFIL, was put in there. And there have been various modalities here, but the Lebanese have never been able to really protect that border. They've never been able to keep Hezbollah from coming back in. And if Hezbollah comes back in, I'm sure Israel will know it and take action. I don't think Israel's ever going to let Hezbollah get the strength in that area that they had before this operation began a couple of months ago.
You know, this ceasefire comes after Israel really damaged Hezbollah with those exploding pagers and two-way radios, with those targeted assassinations of all of Hezbollah's top leaders, with the bombing of Hezbollah's headquarters and supplies. Nearly everyone, however, says Hezbollah will just come back. Should Israel have let up?
Well, I think it was a good time to take a pause at this point. Hezbollah may try to rearm, but the real issue is Iran. And Iran has to be dealt with one way or another. President Obama tried to deal with Iran with negotiations. President Trump threw that agreement out. Iran's very close to nuclear weapons. Israel can't permit Iran to have nuclear weapons, and it's Iran that's really been arming, supporting, encouraging, egging on Hezbollah. So this is the moment in the Middle East for the next 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, where Israel has to make up its mind. Is it going to deal with Iran? And if so, how will it deal with Iran? Is it going to allow Iran to have nuclear weapons? Or is it going to try to take advantage of Iran's weakness and work some kind of political arrangement where Iran recognizes Israel's right to exist as a state?
Right.
And that's what this is really about.
Yeah, but just yesterday, Netanyahu said that now that the war's on pause, they are going to focus on Iran, and repeated that Iran must not be allowed to develop a nuclear weapon. He notably didn't explain what their, quote, focus on Iran now would look like. So what do you think it looks like? What can Israel do?
I think in combination with the United States and maybe allies in the region, that Israel can offer a two-track approach. Iran either changes its tune or Iran is struck and loses its nuclear potential. And I think the language of Netanyahu is effective language because it conveys power and threat, and it therefore provides a reason why Iran should relook its strategy of regional hegemony and nuclear weapons acquisition. So I think it's the appropriate language for Netanyahu, but now it has to be operationalized.
Right, and that's the big question. What does that look like? This ceasefire between Hezbollah and Israel not only brings the war in Lebanon to an end, it leaves Hamas in Gaza now alone in the battle. How big a deal is that isolation now?
I think it's helpful. I think it shows the leadership in Hamas, what leadership there is, that they're not going to get help from the north, that Israel is not going to be distracted by operations against Lebanon. Israel is going to focus on finish the elimination of Hamas unless they release the hostages. So, and there are diplomatic efforts underway, obviously, to get the release of the hostages. So I think it's helpful. When this began on October 7th, I'm sure Hamas had great expectations. Well, we're going to do this to the Israelis. This will start a general war. Iran will come in. Hezbollah will fire its 100,000 rockets. Israel will be crushed, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And Iran has steadfastly refused to join the major fight against Israel because it knows it has too much to lose. It's not capable of winning it. So Hezbollah did what it could on behalf of Iran. Now Hezbollah is gone. So I think Hamas is out of options.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.